Hey Taurus, what is going on? I would like to welcome you to your monthly reading for Steve. And this is a general reading, so um, it's not resonate with everybody, but hopefully we can get some insight to help us through the month. So I'd like to ask the universe for uh, some information around Taurus for the month of Steve. What advice does the universe have for us? I have to, like I said, for Aries, I am not a graceful shuffler. I am so sorry, but I'm a good shuffler, but graceful's not it. So, okay, what can the universe tell us about Taurus for, look at that, that is terrible. for, see, what advice does the universe have for Taurus? Let's see what we get. I think the universe is ready to answer. I think the universe was ready to answer a minute ago. Okay. So what do we have for Taurus? And we have, the spread is going to be uh, a card for each week. And we have five Saturdays in the month of July. And that's kind of what I based this on. So even though there are only 2 days in the first week, and today is that second day because today is the second, I'm still going to draw 5 cards for 5 weeks. So here we go, Taurus. I know you can't see the spread, and I'm so sorry about that. I hope to evolve into a more sophisticated setup, and maybe I'll plan a little bit better. But I'll show you the card as I draw them. So the first card that we have is the Lovers reversed. Okay, and this is the Rider-Waite deck. Like I told Aries, this is my first deck that I got for myself. Um, I understand a lot of tradition. People are gifted with their first set of tarot cards because they had a family member, an ancestor or something that um, practiced that, but I didn't. I'm the first one, so I'm sorry I went out and got my own deck. And I'm new to this. This is my first series of monthly tarots through the signs. So, just bear with me, get this together, and I pray that I can give you guys some useful information. And as I grow, yeah, this should be a little bit more enjoyable for you, and you'll be able to see the whole setup. Okay, okay. So anyway, back to the reading at hand. The first card we had was the Lovers in reverse, and that is going to be for the first week of July. The second card that we have is the of Pentacles reversed, and this is for the second week of Taurus. The card that we have for the third week of July is the Temperance card, and I should have done better with helping you guys see the card. As a matter of fact, I will go back and see if I can do that a little bit better. This is the first week, and that is the Lover's card reversed. This is for the second week of July, and this is the of Pentacles reversed. Okay, and then back to the third week of July, which is the Temperance card upright. The fourth card for the fourth week in is the Two of Cups reversed. And for the fifth week in July, we've got the Seven of Pentacles reversed. Okay. Okay, Taurus. Let's see what's going on. Okay, Taurus. The month of July might provide some challenges for you, dear Taurus. Um, but, you know, life does present challenges for us at times. So, just as you all have, and we all have made it through other challenges, and June was a difficult month for the planet, myself included. We made it through, and we, like I said, we all face challenges. And this looks like this could be a bit of a challenging month. The first thing that I want to address is the fact that we have two major arcana in the spread. We've got in the first week, which is going to be yesterday and today. So, this could be something that is already occurring. And like I always like to say, there are energy is a flow. So, I don't think energy just um, starts because it's a particular day. It flows. So the things that we talk about, could be blending energy, things that flow into one another. It could be something that lasts a day, it could be something that lasts all month, it could be something that's already occurring. Okay, but like I said, we have two major arcana in this spread, and the second is in the third week, which is Temperance card. Um, Major arcana are things, these are the big lessons in life. These are the big things. These are the things that can't be changed. The only thing that we can do with the major arcana is to just kind of roll with the punches and find the easiest way to get through it. Try to make the most sense out of it and get through it the best way we can, because these things can't be changed. And with the major arcana, these are energies that can be manipulated a little bit, but with the major arcana, these are big things. And you just kind of gotta, for better or worse, go with it. So, um, the other thing I see is we've got two pentacles. So, this talks about finance. So we've got the two major arcana, the two big life things, and we've got the two pentacles. And so I'm getting um, big lessons, big situations in regards to money, material possessions, uh, earthly desires. Um, and we've got one cup card, but with the lover here in the first week, this suggests that this um, month speaks just as much to love as it does to money, and that the two go hand in hand in this case. Um, and with this temperance card at the third week of high, this card is definitely saying to me to um, um, keep it cool. Don't fly off the handle. Things are going to be a little. They may not go exactly the way you plan, and you run into some challenges. But the temperance card is saying to keep your head on straight. Okay, so in the first week, we've got this lovers in reverse. Now, it's been said that the lovers is associated with the devil card. And when we talk about the devil card and when we talk about the lovers card, the lovers obviously is what it is. It's the coming together of two people. Most times in a romantic relationship, a sexual relationship. And I don't know how good you can see that, but the lovers in this card, I can't. I don't know how well you can see it, but it's like they're chained together. But they don't have to be. You can vary. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Um, I'm stuck into the devil card. I'm thinking about the symbolism of the devil card. Um, the lovers in this case have come together willingly. In the devil card, it's where the two people seem to be chained, but they're not. They don't have to be. In the lovers card, these people, for the most part, they came together willingly. But with the lovers in reverse, it shows maybe some trouble in paradise, um, infidelity, separation, breakups, um, people that you thought were close to you may turn their backs on you. There may be a breakdown of a relationship. Um, yeah, that's just it. A breakdown of the relationship, and I just want to take a look at the description. It talks about a bad choice being made. Um, there is maybe fighting, arguments, volatile communication. Um, so these first couple of days, or even leading up into this, have led to the breakdown of a relationship. And in the second week, we've got the of Pentacles reversed. So the Pentacles, which are ruled by the Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, it speaks to finances, um, material possessions, earthly desires. With the of Pentacles in reverse, he's losing his money. The money is just slipping out of his reach. And that has something to do with this breakup or separation, this breakdown of a relationship. So now you're moving into the completion of a cycle. But somehow, with this Pentacles, there are ties to what the person or the situation that was going on in the first week. Now, because not a long time has passed since the first week, so it's natural, so far as I'm concerned, to still be looking back into the relationship. But the talk about the completion of a cycle and the renewal of another. So, with the Pentacles, it's asking you not to get locked into what happened with this situation with the lovers in reverse, because you won't be able to move forward. You won't be able to complete the cycle. But there is something, either sexually, financially, maybe you own some things together, you share joint bank accounts, You have property together. We There's something that ties you together that keeps you looking back to uh, the lovers. And the only way that you can move out of this situation is to stop looking back at this situation, at this broke down situation. Stop looking back at the hurt, at the arguments. It's, there's a separation here. So, I mean, maybe you are getting divorced and your spouse is going to get a significant amount of um, your income, your money. Uh, it's the completion of a cycle. So the Pentacles in reverse, especially if this has been going on for some time, because I don't think that this just started on July 1st. We're talking about the representation of the first week of July, sure, but I don't think that this just started on July 1st. This is something that has been coming to this point. And to me, it looks like a significant relationship, because you would have to be in a significant relationship, something that has legal bounds, or at the very least common law, to where you're losing your money, unless of course um, you're one of those type of people who you have heart, you know what I'm saying, and uh, they not be your wife or your husband, but maybe you just are not the type of person to just let a person walk away with nothing. So either way, you don't leave with as much as you had. You don't walk away from this separation, from this breakdown of a relationship, from somebody close to you turning their back on you or doing you an injustice. You don't walk away from that with everything that you had. And so in the third week with the Temperance card, it's asking us to really, it's asking you to keep your cool, Taurus, to keep your head on straight, to be balanced in your thought. Um, it's not going to help you at all to um, get in your feelings about it. Uh, you've got to be in a balanced place in order to successfully complete this cycle and to break the ties that you have to whomever this is that you are having to walk away from, or they're walking away from you in this Lovers card reverse. In this third week, oh gosh, this is a bit to deal with. So um, it's not uncommon for a person to really want to lose their shit after a couple weeks or however long it's been. But in the third week, when things really start to come to a head, this card is telling you you're gonna do far, 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 far better if you act with the level head. If you think with the level head, if you keep your cool, if you don't let the challenging situations of the past couple of weeks um, take you out of your comfort zone and make you act in a way that is not beneficial to the outcome, Taurus. And Taurus, it takes a lot to anger you. Oh, but when you get angry, um, yeah, when Taurus gets angry, it's gladiator style, no rules. And Taurus, in this situation, You certainly can't afford to do that. You need to trudge forward the way the bull does, in his calm, cool, almost lazy manner. Um, Even though this is enough to make a person upset, Taurus, don't do it. By the third week, if things start to seem to get out of hand, um, find your woosah place. Find your woosah place. Do what you have to do. It doesn't have to cost money, and you probably don't want to spend any extra money considering what you already might have going on with your finances in regards to the breakdown of this relationship or this situation, whatever's going on here with the lovers in reverse. You gotta keep your cool. You gotta keep your head on straight. Okay. Um, no below the belt fighting and stuff like that. It's not going to help the situation. So, in the fourth week, Two of Cups. And the Cups is about emotions, love, compassion. It's unconditional love and things like that. In a platonic or a romantic relationship. But in this case, I think we're talking about what used to be romance. Okay? So, twos talk about crossroads and duality and reconciliations and reunions and harmony. But in reverse, this Two of Cups, mm-mm. Whatever happened in the first week, let it be. Let it be. This person try to come back to you. Um, and resolve with the promise of trying to resolve the issues. And what I'm saying is no. That is probably not the best idea because the Two of Cups reversed. Two talks about infidelity. Somebody was creeping. Somebody was creeping. And now they're coming back to you saying, ain't nobody humping around. Well, that's not true. Somebody was definitely humping around. Okay, whether that was you or whether that was them. Either way, going back into this situation is not a smart idea. Uh, there's been some, like I said, there's been some lies and some backstabbing and some cheating going on. And as a result, somebody's coming up short. They're not walking away with what they once had because of these indiscretions. So to go back to this, and I don't care how good it looks to go back to this, no, it's not the best thing to do. It's going to look good maybe for that week, if that. And then you're gonna say, "Oh God, why did I do this?" Um, look back to what happened. What were the reasons that there was volatile communication? Why was there a breakdown in the relationship in the first place? Who turned their back on you? Did they have a valid reason? Think about these things, and then you lost something as a result. And you're stuck in it, you're thinking about it, it's taking valuable time away from what you could be doing because you're stuck into why you lost what you lost. So all of that has happened, and now in the third week, so much is going on that now, the universe is telling you, say, hey buddy, keep a level head. That's a lot. So to turn right around and reconcile, it's just not the best idea. You're at a crossroads, and I get it. Trust me. Been there, done that, probably going to do it a few more times in my life. You're at a crossroads. You got to pick the right road. You got to make the right decision. Okay? And the reason being is because after you've done this, nothing's going to change. Lies are still going to be the lies. The infidelity and deceit is still going to exist. Okay? This is the make of a bad. Uh, this is just a bad reconciliation. This is a bad hookup. Even if this is like a one night hookup, it's not a good idea. And Taurus, you're earthy and sensual. So it is, I can understand it's easy to want to get sucked into here in the fourth week of uh, this cup, because this is emotions and compassion and romance and stuff like that. And with the Taurus being an earthy sensual energy, you could want to get involved for the physical part of it, because Taurus is definitely about a physical connection. Taurus is the opposite of Scorpio, and Scorpio um, also has that desire for that physical connection, but it's for a different reason. Taurus really is about the earthly desires, the tangibles, what we can see, touch, and hear and smell and things like that. Taurus is definitely about the physical touch. That's why Taurus likes money and nice things and material possessions and finances. And with these coming up in this reading, Taurus, don't get caught up in a one night hookup, because it's no, it's gonna cause you problems in this case. Because in that fifth week, the Seven of Pentacles reversed comes up. And the Seven of Pentacles in its upright position shows a fella who is looking, he's admiring his hard work. He's looking at what he's sown. And he's not just admiring it, he's making sure that it's up to par. He's tired, he's worked hard, he's toiled the soil. And now he's resting and he's taking a look at it. He put the work into it, without the expectation of immediate payout. He knew that he was going to have to put the time and the energy and the focus into um, into his work in order to reap the benefits. Well, in reverse, again, somehow this is worked against you. And this is worked against you because you hooked up. So you just lost more of your physical self. Maybe you expanded your physical self here in the fourth week. And now in the fifth week, you're looking at, what did I do? Lost it again. Maybe you gave up some more money, or, they deceived you and took more money from you, if this is about money. If this is about, material possessions, only God knows what this hookup, or this attempt at reconciliation took from you. Once again, you look up and you say, oh goodness, again? Yeah, again. Don't let this person get you caught up, because it's going to cause you so much frustration. And if this is you, let's go a different way here for a second, because this has been all about the other person. You could still be losing revenue, or you could still be losing yourself or your personal possessions, because maybe you're lusty. Maybe it was you with the infidel. Maybe it was something that you created that caused the breakdown of this relationship. Maybe you spent your money and your time and your sexual energy elsewhere. Okay. And it caused the breakdown of the relationship. And maybe you want to reconcile. Maybe you want to try again. But either way, no, it's just going to cause a further loss of things. Whether this situation was created by you or the both of you, in the end, you're not going to walk away with what you had in the beginning. And you're going to have to keep your cool, especially if this was a situation that you created. If this is a situation you created, then you've got to ask yourself, how can you be upset? How can you be mad? How can you fly off the handle about something that you created? You must take some time to think about that. But, and the seventh, which is at the end of the reading, and I'm noticing that in a lot of readings over the past couple of weeks, I've had sevens of some sort come up at the end of the reading as the outcome. The sevens are about the ultimate truth. It's about spirituality. It's about, now I like seven a lot. From what I understand, it's one of God's favorite numbers. But seven is also about introspection and solitude. So rather than expending your money and your energies and all of these earthly things, the seven as outcome is maybe asking that you take some time off, take some time to yourself. Don't hook up, don't spend money. Take some time to reflect and come to the ultimate truths about this situation that caused the breakdown of the relationship in the first place. Make smart decisions about how you move forward so that your losses are not so great. Keep a level head while you do it, and don't hook up just on the account of hooking up. Okay. With this Ten of Pentacles at the second week, there has already been the completion of a cycle. You may have thought that the renewal of that cycle was the reconciliation. I don't think so. This is the end of a cycle so that you can get to a new and completely different cycle. This is not about completing the cycle and then renewing the same cycle. Or, it could be. But if you do, you're going to suffer more losses. You're going to look at all of your hard work and energy invested and realize that it was all for naught. Even if you were the cause of this breakdown, when you try to reconcile, and if that person allows you to try to reconcile, there's something to it. It's not for love, maybe for the love of money. So here at the end of the month, you look back over all of this and say that the effort that you put in, whether it was to try to be supportive of somebody who did you wrong and turn their back on you and caused you and did injustices to you, or whether or not you were the person who brought the conflicting energy to this situation. Either way, you look back on the work that you've done, the effort that you put into it, and you feel that it was all for naught. And you may end up a little spicy about it. But you got to keep it cool because that's not going to make the situation any better. So, with that, you want to look at the numbers. We have got the of Pentacles, and the Temperance is in, so that is, and then we've got the Two of Cups, so that's 6, and then we've got the Seven of Pentacles, which is 3, which is 6. And sixes are about nurturing, compassion. Uh, oh boy, I'm getting a little bit of a block, and I am going to just refer to my book here because I'm getting a block about sixes right now, and I want to see how the number 6 uh, applies to this reading. So sixes are about communication, problem solving, cooperation, um, domesticity, love, care, comfort, and social consciousness. Hmm. Uh, hmm. What I'm getting is that there needs to be a level of compassion, even though this is difficult. There needs to be a level of compassion in the month of July, Taurus. Even as you deal with some of these obstacles and challenges, and the Temperance card supports that there needs to be a level of compassion. And I keep picking up, though, especially now with the 6 being the overall, what I get the overall message, this nurturing. I want to say that the indiscretions aren't by you. Not Taurus, no matter what your earthly desires are, somehow I don't think that this is a situation that you caused. I don't think that it was you. Now, we did visit that side to say just in case. And again, let's please understand that this is general. This may not resonate with everybody. But and check your rising or moon sign if this doesn't. Um, Check the videos out on your rising or moon sign if this doesn't seem to resonate with you, especially when we talk about love. I actually like to do love readings in under the moon sign energies. That's my preference because so to me, unless there's a soul connection, and with the Lover's card, this could be this could be a soul connection, not just your day to day thing. So this did resonate really well with a lot of sign Tauruses as well. But I had said earlier in the reading that even though there have been a separation, a divorce, or no, what I said was, um, even if this wasn't a legal union, because if it's just a girlfriend or a boyfriend or something like that, you don't have to lose a lot of money or possessions or things you share because there wasn't any legal binding. But I said, unless you are the kind of person who, is just not going to let somebody walk away empty handed, then, maybe you walk away with less than you started with. And with the 6, seeming, with the 6 ruling this reading, uh, and like I said, it's compassion, it's love, it's nurturing, it's domesticity, which takes me back to in this is more than likely going to be um, a union that was legal that causes all of this. And this is not likely to be just between a simple boyfriend, girlfriend. At the very least, this was a common law. These were people that lived together, um, that were close enough and serious enough to where this breakdown in relationship could cause significant loss of investments, finances, possessions, things of that. I don't take this as a light reading for, you know, just the simple, boyfriend girlfriend. This is something that was legally binding, um, and like I said, at the very least by common law. And what I feel is that Taurus, you are not the person that brought the things to the relationship that caused the breakdown. Even like Taurus likes sensual things, but Taurus is very dedicated and loyal, and Taurus takes care of his family. Taurus definitely takes care of home. That's the way I like to put it. So, um, if there is a breakup, then I don't see you as being a person that's going to let the other person walk away empty handed. You're still going to nurture them and support them, at least to a certain extent through the separation. But don't get caught up in the hookup, and don't get caught up in, or don't take on the frame of mind that you know I've given you something, so what are you gonna give me? Don't do that. That's not gonna turn out well. So, Taurus, that's all I've got. That's probably enough. I had intended for the video to go this long, but this is your monthly reading for 16, and I'll see you all back next month. Taurus, enjoy your 4th of July weekend and stay safe. Okay, get you some barbecue or something and a nice glass of wine. Something not too expensive, not too expensive, Taurus, because I know Taurus, you like nice things, but don't spend any more money than you have to. But take some time and make sure you rest and do take on some earthly pleasures, not too much, but enjoy your 4th of July weekend and fuel yourself, so that you can be energized and ready to face any challenges that come your way, so that you can remain level headed, like the Temperance card suggests, and so that you can minimize your losses. Okay? So, once again, I will see you guys next month. You guys have a great 4th of July weekend. All right?